Welcome to Most Life, where we have weekly Mo Chats. Our Ahead of the Curve series is someone who's changing the world in their way, bringing new ideas, fresh perspective, and inspiration to you. We will bring new faces, fun chats, interesting ideas, the Most Life system here for you each week at Mo Chats. Enjoy this week. Life Studios, we have today Pamela Leal, focusing on E, which is exercise, and she's going to teach us some basic yoga poses and walk us through some great yoga for relaxation of the mind, body, and spirit. Pamela, take it away.
Hi guys, I'm going to walk you through a very slow sun salutation. I'll be instructing you, so just kind of keep an eye on how slow I move, watch the format. On your inhale, you'll stretch your arms way up. And on your exhale, just dive forward, forward fold. You'll get your back flat and lengthen on your inhale. And press into your palms, step your feet back slowly to the top of your high push-up exhale. And here you spend a little bit of time getting yourself organized. Pull your belly in. If you decide it's too much, you can always bring your knees down. But you want to feel like there's a nice long line. Now we're coming down to your belly, so lift your chin, elbows squeeze in. You can bring your knees down if you need to modify it. And then you'll point your toes back and lift to a cobra or an upward dog. You just want to basically back bend your upper back. When you're ready to press back to downward dog, you can press back with your knees or roll over your toes. And your body takes the shape of an inverted V. When you're ready to bring it forward, your knees will bend. Your eye gaze goes forward. You can walk or you can hop your feet to the top of your mat. You'll take another long inhale breath, get your back flat. Exhale breath, you'll fold. And then press into your feet, come all the way up on your inhale breath. And then just a silent moment with arms by your side as you exhale, standing in mountain pose. Moving into a position called downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. I would start that pose from your hands and knees and make sure you're in a grounded tabletop pose. Shoulders over wrists, stepping your feet back so you're in a nice long plank pose. That way when you tip your hips up, your toe tips and your wrists are the correct distance. So you can really press through your palms. I'm going to take a peek up at your fingers, make sure they're pointing forward, push into the knuckles and into the fingertips. You might even see your nail beds turn white. Shoulders roll open. Drop your head down. Keep those shoulders open and pull your sitting bones high. Now it's perfectly fine here to bend your knees a little. You want to pull your heels down maybe a little wider than your toes. And you'll feel the stretch from the tips of your fingers all the way down to the ends of your heels. You want to hold the pose and breathe well. And again, don't compare or judge your pose to anyone else's. Okay, so I just want to show you a gentle self-correction to make sure you're in an outward rotation. Your right hand can slide right to the front of your right knee, and your left hand would go right to your left hip. And you would pull the hands apart and make sure you're rotated. That right knee should be over your heel. Your right heel should be pointing to the arch of your left foot. And you should be able to feel like your heels want to pinch together towards the center of the mat. And then when you add in your arms, you don't lose any part of the foundation. You want to squeeze out and stretch in both directions. Hi, I'm Pamela Leal. We're focusing on the E in Most Life. And I'm going to show you a few examples of some outward rotation standing poses in your hips. Warrior 2 is done with a right knee bend. Your back leg is straight. And you should feel like your hips and shoulders are in one line. So much as you pull your right knee forward, pull back with your left arm. And then there's a gentle breathing. You want to feel the hips opening out. Keep your shoulders strong. You should feel that nice outward rotation in both of your hips. And you hold the pose. It looks easy enough, but that's the beauty of yoga. The secret lies in the strength within. And then if you want to take it into a reverse warrior, the left hand would go down, the right arm would reach up. And you track your right knee forward. So you want to, again, stay with your hips and shoulders pointing to the side. It's still an outward rotation in your hip. Coming back through warrior 2, and then into a side angle. I would start with your right elbow on your right knee and reach the left arm up. Make sure you're nice and bent in your right knee, and then reach the left arm over your ear. So you want to see that nice angle from your left heel to your fingertips. Take several breaths there. Different options would be to bring your right hand down, keep it up. Coming back to warrior two, remember to pull back with that left arm. And then maybe straightening your right leg for your final outward rotation into a triangle pose, Trikonasana. So we'd want to extend and broaden, legs would stay straight. And in a studio, there's specific props. There's blocks and straps that can help you get into these positions. I'm just showing you the different variations you can do in standing, and what you're trying to achieve is just an outward, a really nice feeling of spaciousness through your body. And you would do that same series on the other side. So moving into a balance pose here, tree pose, you can start with your hands on your hips and make sure you shift your weight to one leg, and the standing leg is strong. When you pick up your right knee, you want to feel balanced and kind of test the waters. Open your right knee out and just make sure you're balanced here. You can always use a wall if you needed it. And the foot would press gently into your left inner thigh. So we're working the right side. Start with your palms of prayer, and then feel free to extend your arms high. So there's a gentle outward rotation in your right knee and a little tuck under through your tailbone. You should be able to hear the breathing, and the point of holding this pose for any period of time is to find this stillness, experience the space between, building strength and managing your balance. And then you could bring your hands back down to your hips, pull your right knee to the center, and move into a different style of balance. Right knee would brush past your left one. You would tip forward and keep your hands right on your hips so you can point the hips down, kick out through the back foot, and maybe bring your hands down, fold in over your left leg. So the right leg would go up, the left leg is down, push hard. You would end that little sequence with your right foot down, knees a little soft, and taking the time to round up through your back body. Just feel your alignment as you lift your head right over your tailbone and let your palms face over.